I was saving up either to buy a house or move out, but I think I'm gonna move out, bro.
Like, are you thinking of like an apartment or house?
Nah, I wanted a house with.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Do you wear the headphones all the time?
I do.
Yeah. Oh shit, I can hear myself now.
You never wear headphones?
I've done it a couple times, so I feel weird with it, but I mean it's cool.
You'll get used to it after.
Yeah, after a while. Cause now I just feel like I'm yelling. I'm not yelling, right?
Nah.
What were we talking about? Yeah, I like how you had a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Testing.
I was like, I feel like you had baddies, and then you had an ugly comedian.
Nah, you're a good looking dude, bro.
I try, bro. This is me trying.
You just came from the comic strip?
Yeah, I just got back from the comic strip.
Yeah.
I saw my friend performing because he got to host the comic strip for Pablo Francisco.
Yeah.
So I came right over here.
What's your friend's name?
Steven Puga.
Steven Puga.
Yeah,
He's from El Paso also?
Yeah, local comic.
Yeah.
He's my boy. He was at the comic strip. Usually it's him or me hosting, but this time it was him. So I went to go see him. I caught his set before, and then I came over here.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. Well, today we're sitting with Julian Luera, a local. So you're from El Paso, and you do stand-up You do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And I want to say I met you. When was that show, bro? It was probably like. It was for sure last year, obviously.
Last year in June, I feel like, for Jerry.
June? Dang, that's how long it was?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so it was last year in June. I think we had followed each other before.
Yeah.
But it was the first time me meeting you. I did some videos for you.
Yeah, you did.
And it was a great experience, bro. That was actually my first time going to the comic strip.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I was very impressed. Like, and
how did it look? Did it look cool?
Yeah, I thought so, bro. Yeah. I think it was pretty dope, and just like having that whole green room vibe, I think that was badass too.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just being able to go in the back, and I know, like, I had met Jerry Garcia. Like,
yeah, you came in
dude.
and then like just straight up meeting the heavy hitters.
No, dude, for sure. Like, I don't even think I realized it until after. I'm all looking him up. I'm like, damn, bro, this motherfucker has specials, and
yeah.
And it was funny though. Like, I wonder if he'll watch it, but he was hungover as fuck, bro.
Oh,
like, it was the funniest shit, bro. Like, he was just like telling me about the night before, and like, I don't know, bro. It was just super good vibes, and I really enjoyed that. But yeah, bro. So I'm glad we're able to sit down. So how long you been doing stand-up comedy?
Dude, officially I hit 6 years like 2 weeks ago. I think it is 6 years ago already. I started when I was 18. I'm 25 now.
Damn, bro. That's so you went to Montwood, right?
Yeah, Montwood.
Yeah. What year did you graduate?
2016.
2016.
Yeah, and I started comedy because I didn't even want to go to college.
Yeah.
Like, I went to college for a little bit, and then it wasn't for me, you know?
Yeah. Were you always like kind of like checked out of school?
Yeah, I was a lot. No matter what I did, even in English class, do you know how they would tell us to read? I would never read.
No.
And I was over here trying to ask for extra credit so I could pass to be eligible for that class.
Were you always like? Would you consider yourself like funny when you were growing up, or like making people laugh in class? Because I feel like that's how people first realize. No, like, were you that dude?
Like that dude, like that was always funny. I feel like sometimes I was like shy funny.
Oh, okay.
Like shy, but because I was, I mean, even right now I feel not right now, but
yeah,
like I've grown out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But back then I was way more in my shell.
Yeah,
and I would be funny here and there. But
what about with your friends?
Quirky funny. Yeah, for sure. My friends always said that I was funny.
Yeah,
but I always feel like it came natural though.
Yeah,
like I would never try. I would just say something and then just say my point of view, and they would just laugh. And then now I see people out like at the bars and stuff, and they're like, "Of course you'd be a comedian. You're a clown. You've always been a clown since elementary."
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I mean, like, what were your plans? Like before you, or like when you were graduating, what would you see yourself doing, bro? I mean, you obviously went to school, but what were you thinking?
Dude, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for school.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, financial aid, obviously. But then I was like, okay, and then what? What am I gonna do after I graduate?
And your parents wanted you to go to school, or
they didn't? They really weren't on me about school because like they didn't go to school.
Okay.
Like my dad, he's not immigrant. Like, what do you call them when they cross over? Like first generation.
Yeah, first generation.
Yeah.
First generation citizen or something.
Here in the States?
No, he wasn't. My mom was.
So he's illegal, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nah, just fucking
he was back then, but
Yeah.
now he's good now.
He's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I'm like his first generation, but my mom is born from here.
Okay.
So like my dad, like he came into the United States when he was like 15,
Okay.
and my parents met when they were young.
Does he tell you how, like, that story? Has he told you about that?
Yeah, like
did
how
that
he
work?
back then it was so easy because El Paso and Juarez, you could just walk in.
Yeah, true.
There was no
Yeah.
border back then. He would just walk in, and he was like, once he crossed over to the United States, he told me that right then in that moment, he said, I'm just going to stay here and go about the law and live my life here and just stay here.
Yeah. Did he have to be low key about shit, or like? No,
Yeah,
like,
he was low key about stuff.
Yeah.
He would work in the hotels at the cooks area with the
Yeah.
chefs.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's the American dream, baby.
Yeah. So he was always working. He never went to school. He never forced school on me. He always told me like just graduate high school.
Yeah.
And my mom told me the same too. But even in high school, before I went into high school, I was in 8th grade going to freshman. She told me, if you're ever going to skip school, call me and let me know before you do it. So that way I could already know
Okay.
when you're going to do it. So I did it a couple times.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
text
that's
my mom.
badass. I mean, they know you're gonna do it. Might as well like just be safe about it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd text my mom, hey, I'm skipping 5th period to go to Sonic.
That's crazy, bro. The thing about Motwood is like y'all had all the options, bro. Like as far as
Yeah.
food, like bro, I went to Andrews, bro. We didn't have shit around us, bro. Like the only thing, like maybe senior year is when we started getting more, but and in our immediate walking distance, bro, all there was like Burger King and
way.
and Little Caesars.
Would
That
they
was
go
it.
to you when they wouldn't go to you to your school?
Who, Burger King?
Like the restaurants, ever like Panda or
no,
Whataburger.
bro.
They never did that?
We had burrito trucks. So our thing at Andrews was like we had like pretty not top tier, but like we had a lot of like food trucks, but like it wasn't legit food trucks. It was just like they would literally go to Little Caesars and they'd like be selling like hot and ready like just slices.
Oh, yeah.
Like fucking upsell the fuck out of those. And then they have like the burrito ladies and just like shit like that. So that's what a lot of people did. But other than that, yeah, like we didn't have too much. But as opposed to you guys, bro,
We had everything.
You were stacked.
Sonic, Whataburger, freaking Chico's Tacos.
Chick-fil-A, bro.
Chick-fil-A. Oh, yeah, Chick-fil-A, Artivinos.
Yeah.
We had everything.
Was Cane's around when
Cane's came in our like junior year.
Oh shit.
So senior year we were.
What was the place where like you
Right.
know like you were just gonna it's gonna be ridiculous 2-pack?
Whataburger. Whataburger was always cracking.
Because it was right there.
Yeah, everybody would be at Whataburger. And that other one, IHOP, not too much. Like IHOP was there.
Yeah.
Only like the cool kids that had extended lunch would go there.
What was the low key place where you're like, no, not many people know about this spot, but we're gonna go and it's gonna be like fire.
It wasn't really like low key because once like somebody figures it out,
Yeah.
they like tell everyone.
Mhm.
But it, like you would go there and there would be a couple people there.
Yeah.
I think it would be Bonnie's.
Oh, Bonnie. Yeah, that's like down the street right
Yeah.
here. I've never been there, bro. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, the burritos are literally like
Oh,
2
shit.
feet tall.
Damn, bro.
2 feet.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Have you heard Red Lantern?
Red Light. Oh yeah.
I
that
actually
place
really
is
fuck with
good.
that place. It's that Asian spot.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you can feast there.
No, the one that was next to it was Wing It too.
Yeah.
That place would be
Yeah.
good
Oh, yeah.
for some wings.
So yeah, bro. I mean, you don't really know what you want to do, and like you say you go to college for a little bit. How long did you go for?
I probably went for like a semester. I went through like a semester, went halfway, and then I started looking up other options of life.
Yeah.
And then
Army? Did the military ever cross your mind?
nah, but I love army movies.
What's your favorite one?
All Time Lone Survivor.
Bro, that's a good ass movie, bro. Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually just watched that not the other day, and it's like I forgot how good it was.
The first time I watched it, I was like almost gonna cry, but I caught myself and I didn't
Yeah.
cry. But it was such a great movie. But I never chose the military or anything. But in high school, I was always like tapped out of it. Like it wasn't for me. I always felt like everything they would tell me, I really wouldn't like absorb it because I wasn't really into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in tune with school ever.
Yeah.
So then I started looking up like other options of trade schools and other stuff like
Yeah.
that. But then I was like, I want to try to do something that I want to do because ever since I was young, for sports, my parents always told me, don't join football. You're gonna get hurt. Don't join football. And I always picture myself in the NFL being quarterback. I'm like, if it weren't for my parents, I feel like I'd be far in football. So I was like, I graduated high school. I'm gonna follow my dreams, and I chose stand-up comedy, and I started looking up open mics. Went to my first open mic, tanked, of course.
Wait, so like,
kept
all right,
going.
well, let's backtrack, bro. Like, what made you like? Did you watch like a a stand-up comedy show, or like, well, how did this idea even like come to your head, bro? Because that's
did it root?
Yeah, bro. Where did that come from?
I feel like it rooted like a long time ago when I was young, like 8. I was watching George Lopez HBO special, but like I wasn't understanding what he was saying.
Yeah.
I saw that he was making a big crowd laugh in the theater. It was one where he had a suit. He was real young. He had like that white shirt with the black tie.
Yeah.
And I just saw him saying jokes. I didn't understand the jokes, but I was like, in my head, I told myself, who gets to let him say jokes on that stage? Like, why does he get to do that?
Yeah.
And then that stayed in my head. Like, and then after high school, I watched a lot of Netflix specials because that's what was popping off.
Was there someone in particular that you really liked?
Yeah, actually, Joe Coy, I saw his special. I saw Chappelle's specials, all of them. My brother told me to watch them, and I watched them, and they were great. And then when I watched Joe Coy's, I was like inspired to write a story. So like he kind of inspired me to write a story and just say it at an open mic. And this was during college.
So you were watching this and you're like, fuck it, bro, I'm just gonna go and try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try it out, see what happens. Yeah.
Take me through that first night. So you see, where's this open mic at?
So it's downtown at the pizza joint.
Really? They have open mics there?
Yeah, well, they used to, not anymore, but they had them on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So
so you see this open mic at Pizza Joint, and tell me about that whole experience, bro. Through that day, what was going through your head, and tell me about that.
So I wrote my first couple jokes, and then I looked up open mics, and then I saw that there was an open mic actually before the Pizza Joint. It was one called Duets. It was a bar. And I just went to go see what it was like. I didn't sign up or anything because I was like too scared. I was like, let me just see what it's like. And I saw a lot of people like not do too good. And I was like, in my head, I told myself, I'm not embarrassed to not do good. Because ever since I was little, my parents always made fun of me, always picked on me. I feel like that's where my humor came from. But they always like made me feel kind of bad about myself. So I was like, I was used to it my whole life.
So they just shit on you just like your homies would though, right?
Yeah. But just at home, my personal bullies. And then so I was like, yeah, it's not that bad. These guys are doing bad, but I know I'm not gonna do that bad. Yeah. So then when I wrote my stuff out, like obviously I didn't. It wasn't like perfect, like ready to shoot, you know. But it wasn't. It was. I don't even remember what my first jokes were. I had a joke list. I invited my friend to the pizza joint, and I told him, hey dude, come with me because I'm gonna go up. I already went to an open mic. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna do some time. I don't know how much time I'm gonna do. And he's like, yeah bro, let's go. And we go to the pizza joint.
Are you sober?
No, I think I was because I was like 18, so I wasn't able to drink it. I hadn't smoked weed at that point. And then so I went to open mic and I signed up. But the guy, I guess, that was hosting the open mic thought I was already a comic. So he put me up last. And he was like, I'm just going to put you last. We're going to close out with the funny show. Or a funny comic, right? So he puts me last, dude. And then he was like, I still remember my heart was pounding before I went up. He was like, all right, everyone, we're going to get to the comedy side. And this is our last comic. Everyone, make some noise for the very hilarious Julian Luera. And I go up and I'm like, I'm not hilarious yet.
How many people were there? Would you guess?
Probably like 15.
Okay.
But it felt like 1,000. Yeah. Because I was just up there trying to make them laugh. And it was like, they were probably laughing because it was my first time. You know what I mean? Yeah. But other than that, it wasn't too good. Yeah. But now it's like different.
Yeah. So, I mean, but when you're up there, like, are you... Like, especially the first few times, like, are you just thinking about, what are you thinking about? Like, obviously you're just trying to get these jokes out, but are you even focused on like delivery or anything? Or just...
I had no idea what delivery was. I had no idea what structure was. I had no idea. Nobody told me. anything about anything.
Yeah.
All the older comics would just tell me, just stick with it. You're going to be funny by the time you're 30. And don't quit.
Yeah.
That's all they told me. And then, so I didn't know anything about, like, how to be funny, how to have stage presence.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I figured it out as I was doing it. So after my first mic, I went up, kept doing it. And then I remember the first time I actually, like, had a big laugh, a genuine big laugh, was when I was really sick. And I told my friend, I'm not going to go up tonight because I'm sick. And he was like, well, I just signed you up.
Oh, fuck. Where was this at?
At what was it called? The Black Orchid Lounge on the west side. I think it closed down now. Yeah, I think it's called something else. But it was called the Black Orchid Lounge on Tuesdays. It was the most poppin' open mic. There was always, like, packed out, 60, 50 people in there.
Damn.
Prime time open mic on the Tuesday. There was a lot of poets, a lot of comics, a lot of music. So comedy, music, poetry. And so they had, like, comedy blocks, poetry blocks, music blocks. And then so he signed me up. So I go to the mic sick, like fever. My body aches. And then I'm just, like, sitting there like dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then they called me up. This was like 3 months after already doing comedy. So right before they called me up, I was like, in my head, I'm just going to pretend I'm not sick. I'm just going to pretend I'm not sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there and I like broke out of my shell almost. I was like, boom. I was like hitting and I was like trying to, like, felt like loose. The first time I actually felt loose on stage. And I got like 2 big hits.
Yeah. Do you remember what jokes they were?
I don't remember what it was. I just remember them laughing. That's it. And, like, but a genuine, like, connection to the crowd where it's like, oh, okay, I hit something here.
Yeah.
And then I just, like, keep remembering that. And then
what's that feeling like when you actually get, like, a laugh? Because obviously we make our friends laugh and everything, but what's the difference between, like, being on stage and, like...
It has more impact almost. Like, you just get, like, a lot of adrenaline. Yeah. And then it's like you're fulfilling a task.
Yeah.
You're working on a joke that you know is funny, and then you're making a bunch of strangers tap into your head, and I don't know, it almost feels like you're connected with them. And right when you hit that punchline, boom, and then you hit it, it's an adrenaline rush, and it's like a sense of fulfillment, and then you keep going, boom, boom. So it's like little, like, little, how do you call it, like tasks that you're hitting every time? Yeah,
for sure.
It feels like almost like making your bed, but like in front of people, and they're like, "Oh, look at how you put the pillow on there. Oh, look at how you did the blanket."
Oh, that makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
And then if you're really good, right, like it just keeps fucking escalating. Like, the laughs and bro. So when do you start, like, because how long were you doing it before, like, you really started to, like, finally figure out, like, how to write and just structure and just everything like that?
Probably like 9 months into it.
Is there anybody that brought you under their wing or taught you or
brought me at that point, or like at that point? No, like 9 months. No, nobody had, like, so like the first year was almost like by myself. Yeah. So I say 9 months because at 9 months there was an El Paso's Funniest Comedy Competition that they have every year, and I got second place at this contest.
Oh, wow. And
it was 5 minutes, and that. Me preparing for those 5 minutes made me understand what setup punch was, but within 5 minutes. Yeah. And that was like the first.
So you learned it on your own, basically.
Yeah, but then like a lot of people told me how to do stuff. I took a lot of tips from other people. Yeah. I took some tips that I could use from other people, but then I like make it my own. Okay, and then they always say like. Always just do you, right? Be yourself. That's what they always told me.
Yeah. And so when you're writing, what goes into like your process of writing a joke? Like, take me through like your creative process of like just your setting, like if you're actually like writing in a journal, and like also what you want to write about, you know?
Yeah, I feel like when I write in my journal is when I just need to get out my ideas and make sure they're imprinted, so I could see what the funny is.
And where is these ideas coming from?
Just experiences with my friends, drunk nights, funny nights, lonely nights, depression. Yeah. Anything that makes me uncomfortable. like, because you have to be very vulnerable.
Yeah.
When you're a comic, you can't let anything be bigger than you or smaller than you. You have to embrace everything. And so when I'm writing, it's like today something happened with my friends where I told them, I was like, dude, this is fun right here. That I told them something, and then it was like about him getting like all the girls. Mm-hmm. Because like he's like such a pretty boy, kind of like you. But like I told her something, and then at the end I was like, and everybody just look at my friend, don't even look at me. And then I feel like just experiences with my friends is funny. Yeah. And then just whatever personal stuff, like with my parents, anything that my parents tell me. Like my dad's real funny. My dad always has something to say. He's always a smart ass towards me. Like anything I tell him and he says something, I'm like, oh, I have like 3 jokes about that. Yeah. Like I could add like 3 more jokes to what you just said.
That's funny, bro. And what I realized, at least, like, I mean, I said having a comedy, but what I think is what I listen to a lot of podcasts with comics because I mean, I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, and I started because of Joe Rogan, like him having comedians on there. I started listening to their podcast too. So it's just kind of like, that's kind of how I got into. So even though I don't do comedy, I'm very in tune with like the world.
Yeah. So who? So he was like the one that made you want to
like start a podcast.
Yeah.
For sure. Like he was one of the first podcasts I ever started listening to.
Okay.
And I guess from Joe Rogan, like you just start branching off to fit into different podcasts.
Yeah, because you figure out his friends and you start following.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I notice is like a lot of comics also like they try to find the funniness and like and the tragedy and things. Almost
dude. Almost like when you're in your lowest, that's when you're the most like you find the most funniest.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to deflect this depression, all this sad stuff that's going on in your life with funniness. Mm-hmm. And once you hit that like one string, you're like, oh, okay, here's the funny, and then you just start writing.
Because in a way, it's like it sucks, and it's like it's a shitty situation, but I think there's definitely like something there where like what I've heard is that's how actually a lot of like comedians cope with shit. Is like things that like are actually really bad in their lives, like they find a way to just kind of like they use it as a coping mechanism to like just make shit funny.
It's almost like therapy, dude. Like, dude, one experience that just came to my head right now was like a couple years ago when one of my friends, he passed away in a car accident. Right, he was my coworker, who's like a good friend. Yeah, passed away in front of our work. Crashed into a truck that wasn't even supposed to be there. So if that truck wasn't there, he'd still be alive. But whatever. So he crashed into that. Passed away. A week later, I was on a tour with the Chingo Bling, and we were in El Paso. And when we were in El Paso, it was the day of his funeral. So I literally went to his funeral, like saw his family. It was all sad with my coworkers, and then literally had a show. Went from the funeral home straight to the comedy show. Jeez. So I felt like I just was in one dark room. Yeah. And I went into another room, and it was like entertainment. And I was just sitting in the green room looking at everyone at the comic strip, and I was like listening to the vibes, and I was like, man, people want to hear a show right now. Yeah. And I was the host, and I was the first one up, and I'm the icebreaker. Yeah. And I just came back from my friend's funeral. And so I was like, man, okay, this is where I just commit to the craft, and I know if he was still here, he'd tell me, just go up, dude. Yeah. It's fine. I'm okay. And he's gone to my one of my comedy shows, and I asked him, I was like, hey, what do you rate my comedy? He's like a 7. So I was like, this is gonna be a 10 for you. Yeah. Damn, that's insane, bro. But it was hard, dude. I was up there, and I just hit autopilot. Yeah. Like I could do autopilot now, like where I just like talking to the mic and I know how to like work it. But I wasn't feeling it. Like I was talking, but I wasn't feeling it. Yeah. But it just got me out of it.
Yeah, because you host a lot, and I mean, there's definitely a thing where sometimes you don't feel it, and you've done it so much though that you're able to. But is there a difference between those autopilot nights and then the nights like you're really in it?
Yeah. Dude. When I'm really in tune with it, and I'm like hitting it, boom, like just rocking it. Yeah. I get like an adrenaline rush and I can't fall
Yeah.
asleep at night. And I'm in my bed. I'm like, oh my God, this feels so good.
Yeah.
Like I just did that.
Yeah.
Especially the bigger crowds.
No, for sure. So, how far into your comedy journey? Because I think from what I've listened to and like heard, like 6 years, like in comedy is actually not that long at all.
Yeah,
like,
nah. Like 10 is when you're like,
yeah,
a lot.
like that's when a lot of people say like 10 years is when they really started like getting there.
Yeah. But it also depends on the person too,
Yeah.
man. Because I know a lot of comics that blew up after like 5 years.
Yeah.
And they're just rocking all the sold out shows across the country. So they're experiencing something like a 10-year-old vet in El Paso probably isn't really experiencing right now, you know? So it just depends on the person too and how fast you get successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of now, like I feel like I've done a good amount of stuff in 6 years.
Yeah. And when did like about how far in there were you like, all right, I'm actually pretty comfortable with like, not comfortable because I'm sure it still gets you like you still have to get out of your comfort zone, but when did you really start kind of feeling a little bit more confident about what you were doing, you know?
Well, after like probably like 6 months after hosting the comic strip.
Okay.
Because I remember 1 month he had me like every weekend. It felt like I did like 5, like out of the 2 months. So like 8 weeks in 2 months. I probably hosted like 6 of those weekends.
Oh shit.
So after just hosting, going up first every time, it was like 6 months into hosting the comic strip. I got more confident in myself and I was able to understand stage presence.
Yeah.
At that point, because when you're first, you need to set the tone for the show.
What goes into that? Like, if someone, do you think the same thing applies to like public speaking?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
give me some advice of like, if someone were to want to like increase their presence on stage and just give more of like, what's the advice you would give, and like what are things that go into that?
Definitely slow down your words, and find your pace, find your rhythm, find your cadence, and whatever the message is, make sure every word you're saying is clear, and just be confident in every word that you're gonna say, and just pretend like, just practice. Honestly, practicing a lot. Really, because I have like jokes, like I have like 5 minutes, and of those 5 minutes I already know every single word, every single like punch, pretty much where it's at.
Yeah. So
just practice your words and slow down. Some people think like, oh man, you're up there and you're like, just chill, calm down.
How long did it take you to like really like, because I'm sure when you first started, it was like you're just trying to get it out, right?
Yeah, you're trying to get it out, and then you're like running over your sentences almost. And then now I could see whenever a comic is running over their jokes, because they're just saying a joke and then like they're not letting it breathe.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure your message isn't like rushed almost, because it happens a lot with the newer comics. They have an idea, they have the setup punch, but they just run over it. Like they don't let the crowd understand and listen and feel your words.
And do you actually have to tell yourself on stage, like, yo, chill, like, take a deep breath type thing? Like,
especially after, like, a big laugh.
Yeah.
Like, after a big laugh, I'm like,
I'm
like, all right, there we go. There it is. And then, like.
And you just have to keep your cool.
Yeah, and then I already know my next 4 jokes. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, deliver this joke, and here we go.
Damn, bro. So you literally, you've memorized a lot of the, like, to the finest detail that
it's like rappers too, bro. Like, what trips me out is about rappers is that they know every word. Like J. Cole, he's a lyricist, bro. How does he know every word? Because he writes it, right? Because I guess when it's your own, you feel it
for sure.
Because like to other people, it's like, oh man, how did they do it? But it's just like practicing. It feels better when it's like your own stuff. You know what I mean? I guess you could like memorize it a little bit better. Because, like, I look at rappers, I'm like, dude, how do they know every single word? Yeah. It's so hard, right?
Mm-hmm. But, like, how much little difference does it make the way you, like, emphasize a certain word or, like, emphasize that? Is that a big thing?
Yeah. So there's definitely a big, like, effect on how you say word things. Yeah. Because there's been times where I have, like, a joke right here and a joke right here, and I literally just switch it. And it just makes more sense. Like it does matter a lot. Like what you say first. One thing that I did learn was like, okay, so the rule of three. This comic told me rule of three. Whenever you have a joke, you want to have 3 jokes about it. A, B, C, and then A being your strongest, B being your middle, C being the least, and the order you want to say it is B, C, A. So you want to say the middle joke first, the last joke, the least funny joke, and then the funny joke at the end. So like, I took that into consideration, and then, but now it's more like which story, because now my sets are like 30 minutes long. So now I just like fix my 10, whatever 10 is good, I might move it. I just keep moving my 10s around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So, but a 10 is like basically one joke, or not one joke, but one subject that you have multiple jokes about?
Not one joke, but it's like probably like 3 topics.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Or like 5s. I break them into 5s too. Depends how long my sets are.
How long did it take you to get 30 minutes?
5 years.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, but like a good 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because dude, it's so annoying. Like, someone 1 year in, I got 25 minutes. But it's like 10 of it, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you don't have.
So you're literally you're literally, with everything you're saying the last 5 years, like you're just taking a fine tooth comb and just trying to really nail it down. Yeah,
make it to a T.
Damn.
There's a lot of jokes that I've said once.
Yeah.
And I put them out, like, just because I've said them once and that's it. But there's a lot of jokes that I haven't recorded and
So is the goal, is the progression try to work up to an hour? Yeah,
dude, for sure. But right now I think my goal is to just have a strong 30, so I could be a strong feature, and then start working that hour. I think I'm a strong feature right now.
Feature meaning an opener essentially?
Yeah, so you have the host, the feature, and the headliner.
Okay.
The host does 10, 15, depending on how good he is, and then the feature does 20 to 30. And the headliner does 40 to an hour.
Wow, okay. And it's crazy to think that the people who the top dogs, right? They release an hour, and then a year or 2 years later they already have another hour.
That's pro stuff right there.
Holy
dude.
Shit,
that's pro stuff right there. And a lot of it is their life experience too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And they have it in the back of their hand. Honestly, now when I see these specials, I see their ingredient almost.
Yeah,
they have a certain structure they have, and I see how they do it.
Are you starting to feel your basically your style? Because everybody has a different style, right?
Yeah, I feel like I just found my style this past year.
Yeah.
In year 5. Now I'm trying to write towards my character that I have on stage almost. Do
you feel like that's you? Or do you feel
it's definitely me. A lot of the comics, when I go out of town, they always we keep in touch, whatever, and then they tell me, I always love seeing your set because you're yourself always. You're weird, you're awkward, you're shy, but you're funny.
Yeah. And
it's almost effortless the way you do it.
Yeah. Do you know some comments that are actually really funny, but they're completely different on stage?
Dude, a lot of them. A lot of these guys are like that, dude. It's crazy how you just flip a switch when you hit that mic, dude. Once you grab that mic, it's your jokes, yourself, and the character that you want to portray. You know what I mean? You're just pretending. Well, in me, I'm pretending to be dumb, this dumb guy that goes through the obstacles of life, because I feel like I genuinely am not smart. So when I go through life and I learn something, I just write it in my own way, and it portrays in a funny way.
Yeah. How often do you write?
I try to write at least 3 jokes per week that I could take to the open mic, and I try to make them into 5 minutes, and then after that I try to revise it, see what I could do, and then because every Friday is the open mic where we all get 5 to 7, so I always try to write towards that open mic, and I always try to take new material to that mic. And honestly, I just use that open mic to practice talking, practice my comedy muscle, and see how it comes naturally.
Do you have to stretch the truth on some of those jokes?
Yeah. There's a lot of stretching the truth. There's a lot of exaggerating. There's a lot of there's probably my jokes root from one truth, and the rest is just exaggerated stuff or stuff that happened another time that I brought it into this joke. You know what I mean?
That's so interesting, bro. I think that's so dope.
Like something will happen, like say between me and you, and then I'll be like, oh, I could write this right here on this part of my joke. Oh, I could write this on this side.
So is that how you live life, bro? Like you're literally constantly like thinking about.
It happens naturally though. Yeah, I just live.
Yeah,
life.
You're not like you're not thinking about it, but like
I'm conscious about it.
Yeah,
I'm conscious about what happens around me.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always trying to create. Like I even disconnected my TV in my room because I don't like watching TV. I don't want to be like influenced by other people. You know what I mean? But like I watch TV sometimes, but I don't sit there and watch 4 hours of TV.
No, I definitely feel that, bro, because you need just time in your thoughts to be able to create. Like if you're constantly consuming, I think that's the issue nowadays. Yeah. We're literally always consuming shit, bro. So like think about it. If you're constantly consuming, but you're never like creating, like think about like how much just. I think that's where a lot of anxiety actually comes in, bro. Where you just have
you
so
want to create, Yeah. Where does it come from? Where you want to create, or where does the anxiety come from?
I think that's what I like. Over time, I think I've like started. I think it comes from a number of different things. Yeah. Especially for me, but I'm realizing that a lot of the times I'm anxious, bro. I actually just need to do shit. Like I'm putting something off, or like I notice, especially because I edit videos. I notice when like I can't like sleep or like I can't do something, or like I'm just very anxious, very antsy. Yeah. As soon as I start like just trying to make something or create something, like I feel all right, you know. Yeah. I think it's just creative energy that like it's just your own body telling yourself that you need to like release.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. Yeah, I get. Oh yeah, I could feel that. I could feel that. And then, I always like that whole creating stuff. I feel like I realized it in year like 4, where I was like, man, I need to stop consuming all this TV. I'm just.
Can you watch other comics, or does it?
Yeah. I could watch other comics. Like I have a lot of friends. Well, not a lot of friends. I always say like a lot of friends, but like I've seen comics make it faster than I have. So like their specials are on Netflix, and then I'll watch it. And I'm like, man, I'm such a like I used to see I saw him perform these jokes at the club, and now it's on TV. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you find that discouraging, or do you find that inspiring?
It's kind of both, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of both. Like I know I'm there. I'll make it there eventually with my time, but it's whenever my time comes. You know, like.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I definitely feel that. Like I think it's just like the truth is, bro. It's a natural thing where. We have like comparing yourself can be a very natural thing for us. It's not healthy, but it happens. And like I've been victim of that. That's honestly why like I probably don't watch other people's content that much. Yeah. Because I just know for myself, I know how my mind gets. Yeah. But over time, like I've just kind of learned that like you need to change the way you look about. You need to change your perspective on consuming other people, and like. Basically, instead of comparing yourself, bro, like you just need to actively tell yourself, like, bro, like what they're doing has nothing to do, like it's not hurting me in any way. Yeah. And in fact, like you can take so much from them and what they're doing, and you can use it as inspiration a lot of the time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it inspires me to see them. Actually, yeah, it is a good side of inspiration. I've learned how to almost like feel like I feel good for them. Yeah, like almost. And then, but it does happen naturally to where I'm like, man, I'm not doing this good enough. I'm just gonna. There's been nights where I'm just in my room. I'm thinking to myself that I don't even know if it's gonna take me this far. Like this whole comedy thing, I don't know how far it's gonna take me, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing. The only thing that'll stop me is myself, and I don't think I'll stop myself.
Yeah. Ever. Yeah. Always. I mean. That's the main thing in your ways. A lot of the times it's yourself, right? Yeah. What's has there been times you wanted to quit?
Yeah,
you were close to.
And then my friends snapped me out. Dude, it's so good having like genuine friends around me though, too. Because like I always trip out when people have like a big group of friends. Because I'm like, man, dude, that's a lot of people to like keep up with. But like, luckily my group of friends, they help me feel grounded. Whenever I'm feeling down on myself, I tell them like, dude, I don't know. And then they're like, bro, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, dude, you're just depressed right now. You'll snap out of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I'm like, there I am at a show and then doing good, and I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I do have, I do have something going for myself in this sure. Aspect.
Yeah. What's the hardest thing you feel like you've had to overcome mentally, whether it's recently or even just like in your life that you look back on?
Probably like be around like more genuine people, like, and accept the genuine love that I get from them.
Yeah.
Because I was always like deflective on like talking to people or even trying to make friends. So
you were to yourself a lot.
Yeah, I was always to myself, and I was just in my own head. But I feel like I grew out of it already. Yeah. Well, not fully, but there's times where I'm just like in my head. And I'm in this and like out with my friends, and I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna be with my friends, and I don't want to talk to anyone else.
Yeah. Have you experienced like anxiety or depression?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What do you think that has stemmed from?
Probably from my parents always telling me that I wasn't gonna be anything.
Oh shit!
I was just kidding now, but my parents were really mean to me, bro, when I was young. Like something would happen to me, bro, and then my mom wouldn't even like I would fall, and then she would just look at me and she wouldn't even do anything, and then I'd be like, Mom, like I just fell, like, and then she was like, so, and then like I would like one time I twisted my ankle so hard, dude, and I was already like 22. Yeah. I'm like, and I fell outside, and then my mom didn't even go outside or do anything, dude, and then I was like, I'm just on the floor. I was like, so I held myself up. So I feel like it always, like my mom was just always like dismissive to things, but it's like, come on, dude, you're a man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she was just teaching me how to thick skin, I guess.
Yeah. Like
some backbone, but like I think it roots a lot from my parents, dude. Honestly, from telling me that not to join football, cause like you're just gonna hurt yourself. You're not gonna go that far. You're not gonna get past high school. So it was like that Latino mentality, I guess, that they installed in me.
In a way, it's in a way it's like it's a little messed up.
Yeah.
But I get where you're coming from, because like they're just so I guess narrow-minded to a lot of like just whatever, just different avenues that you can take in life. To them, it's like, no, just get a real fucking job, you know? Like,
yeah, even when we were in public, my mom would tell me like make sure you don't say this, because then people are gonna think this of you. And
yeah, it's a lot about like I guess the family name and just like a lot of that, you know. Yeah. So how have you kind of like learned to deal with that or overcome that?
Just like be myself always, and always understand that that I'm my own person, and what I express is who I really am. Yeah. And if you don't like me, or if I rub off the wrong way, then I'm sorry, but that's just who I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like with the whole comedy stuff, it really helped me get out of my shell too, almost like feel more confident in myself and just be myself and say what's on my mind. And usually like what's on my mind too is usually what my friends would probably say, and then so it's like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one that thinks this way. Yeah, just having that group of circle. I have like a couple friends that really help me stay grounded and help me feel good and understand that what I'm feeling is normal, and like we're just gonna vibe off of each other like that. And I feel like that's where I kind of overcame all that anxiety and stuff like that.
That makes sense, bro. I definitely feel that when you say like just being like comfortable with yourself, a little bit more comfortable with yourself, and speaking your mind and being who you are. Because I would say like I can definitely relate to that, bro. Because I wasn't always. I mean, he's known me forever, bro. Yeah. And like, obviously when we're together, like I'm very much myself, and like just like I talk about a lot, and like I speak my mind. But I feel like more recently, like in the last year, I've made like a lot of strides in just kind of being more comfortable with who I am as a person, you know?
Yeah.
And I realized, especially recently, we're like, damn, bro. Sometimes I catch myself like, damn, I'm surprised I said that because I before I wouldn't have expressed that, or I wouldn't have made my opinion known about certain things.
Yeah.
In a way, it's sometimes it's not the best thing, but if like genuinely that's who you are, like sometimes you should just let that show in a way. Because if you kind of like suppress that all the time, I feel like that's kind of holds you back.
Yeah, and then you're just like, I feel like if you're just always in your shell, you're never gonna feel like what you could actually be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Your potential,
Yeah, your fullest potential. Just because if you're always like just scared, I feel like, I mean, you're always gonna be scared. You know what I mean? But I feel like once you're express yourself and people like you understand, like people actually vibe with it, I feel like it's okay. You're a normal person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, not to backtrack or go back, but
no, yeah.
While we're still around the subject, what did your parents think, or how did they feel when you decided that you were going to get into comedy?
Oh, what did they? Okay, so the question was, what did they think when I started doing comedy? Yeah, my parents were pretty much supportive of me when I told them about it. My dad was like, he looked at me, he kind of like chuckled. He was like, huh, okay. And then my mom was like, okay, mijo. And then my mom was just always supportive of me.
Yeah,
fucking, I'm her baby, dude. I'm her favorite.
Yeah. Do they go to your shows?
Nah, not as often. Nah,
but have they been before?
They've been to like 4 shows.
Yeah,
out of like a lot of them. But yeah. My dad has seen me host a comic strip, and then he saw me at the plaza and that one was the one where I went up to him afterwards and I was like, should I quit? He's like, no, you're funny. Yeah, but they were definitely supportive of me. Like they were kind of like question me almost on it. But once they saw that I really enjoyed it and actually took it serious and started going to the open mics and started making time. And once I started actually going out of town and stuff, they're like, wow, you're actually...
So that gets paid for and everything? Or
what, like the...
Like just going... Like, so are you full-time comic?
Oh, nah, part-time.
But what do you do like during the day?
During the day, I'm a what's it called? A diesel tech. Okay. I can't even think. I'm like, what do I do? Diesel tech. Yeah, I work on the semis.
Yeah.
And change the oil, do the truck tires, trailer tires.
So is your eventually your goal to go full time?
Yeah, eventually I want to move to LA.
Yeah.
And
why
LA? Because I have more connections over there. I was thinking Dallas. I went to Dallas a couple times. I like Dallas.
Yeah, there's a lot. I feel like Dallas is really coming up, right? Why not Austin? I heard the Austin comedy scene is like pretty big.
I feel like it's already
saturated.
Yeah, a lot of people are there already.
Yeah,
I feel like the people that went from LA to Austin left a big gap in LA, and I'm just gonna go fill in that gap. You know what I mean? Have
you so there's a lot of questions I actually want to ask as far as performance wise, but what's it like? I'm pretty sure every comic has bombed, right?
Oh yeah.
So take me through like a story or experience that like you remember vividly.
Dude, the recent one. Oh my god, dude. This guy hired me to say jokes at a golf course for a Christmas party. It was a Christmas party.
Like this past December?
Yeah. And he was raffling some prizes, and it was like a microphone, but it wasn't even a good microphone. It wasn't a good speaker. I wasn't loud. The only people that could hear me is the group of 10 that were in front of me, and everyone else, they were just golfers that wanted their prizes. Yeah. So I was a comedian in the middle of their prizes.
Yeah. So
the guy was all like, okay, we're going to get the prizes, but first we're going to have a comedian. Everybody was like, oh my God. And then he like put the microphone down, and then everybody was like looking around, and then the guy was so weird. And he went back up and he's like, okay, the comedian is here. But by the time he brought me up, all the golfers were on their phones talking to their wives or just talking already amongst each other.
Yeah.
And
did Did you even like finish?
Dude, it was so bad that I think.
Set the fucking stage. Pull me up here and have everybody all bored and shit before I even start.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so bad that they disconnected. I think somebody disconnected the speaker.
Oh fuck.
And I was like, oh my God, dude, did somebody really do this to me? And then I just fucking like got off and I was like, okay, you guys are gonna get your raffle, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just set up for disaster, bro. But there's a lot of things I could have done to avoid that.
Like not do it. Yeah,
like not do it, but like take my own equipment because I have my own microphone and speaker that I could take.
Yeah.
I would have taken an opener, and that would have been good.
Yeah, for sure. What about like an actual like a show that
that I bought? Like a recent one? No. Well, usually I just bomb at the open mics because it's like, like I'm just trying new stuff. Yeah. It's not really bombing, but it's just like
you're just not getting the laughs.
Yeah, I'm not getting the laughs.
Have you learned to kind of like be okay with that?
Yeah. Because you're just getting your message out.
Yeah.
And you have to accept that. It's not either good or bad. It's probably just like something that still needs work on.
Yeah. Have you ever had a heckler?
Yeah, a lot of hecklers. So,
yeah.
They think that they're funnier than you, and then you just like bury them with more laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any stories like? Because I feel like with you being around a lot of comics, bro, I feel like there's a lot of things that go on. Is there any like funny stories that you can kind of think of like that's like on the road or maybe just like just experiences?
Yeah, there were well the heckler. I'll do this one. This was a cool, fun one experience that I liked. We were in Odessa. It was a theater. It was like 400 people, and there was a heckler in there. And then he was talking throughout the host, and then when I went up, he just started like saying stuff, disrespecting me, and then I just. Like instantly, I just started roasting him like back to back, like, and the whole crowd was laughing. Everybody was like pretty much curious as to why this guy was still talking because I had already made fun of him, but he was just drunk.
Yeah. And
then I kept going with my set, and he kept going again. Like, oh, he started disrespecting me. He was like, oh, you ain't shit. You're not funny. And then I was like, whoa, hold on. I just came from El Paso, from out of town, and you're going to disrespect me? I'm not going to let you do that.
Yeah.
So then I looked at the whole crowd. I was like, this guy's being annoying, right? They're like, yeah. And I was like, get out of here, dude. There was a security. And then I was like, everyone should start singing. Nah. And then everybody, hey.
Yeah.
Dude, and then they kicked them out.
Damn, okay.
And then I went backstage and I told Chingo, I was like, dude, I'm sorry for kicking out your fan. I didn't mean to kick no one out of your show. And he's like, oh, no problem, bro. I'm so glad it was you instead of me.
I've heard Chingo Bling. That's a pretty like big comic, bro, right? Like,
yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
So how do you who was like the first like really like pretty well-known comic that you started working with?
Him.
Chingo Bling, yeah.
Chingo Bling. He was the one who took me under his wing.
How'd you meet him?
Through my homie Israel Garcia, rest in peace. He just passed away through pancreatic cancer.
Damn.
Yeah, he was like 0 chance of surviving,
bro.
Sad story.
Yeah.
But yeah, through him a couple years ago during COVID, he was in town and he was opening for him, and I told him, hey, can I go see you? Because I didn't know what the comic strip was. I knew what it was, but I had gone to, but I didn't know how to get on stage or anything like that. So I pulled up. And then Chingo asked me to do 5 minutes. And I was like a year into comedy. And then he was all like, dude, do 5 minutes. You cool with that? I was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm about to go on stage. And then it was a sold out show. And then Israel brought me up. Israel Garcia brought me up. And then I did my set. And then I got off. And he was like, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell everybody. Like, you're young, you're funny. This is what he said. He said, I'm gonna tell you what I told Ralph Barbosa. He's like, you guys are young, you guys are funny. Just keep going. Don't worry. Like, you guys will get there.
Yeah.
and this was like 2020 during COVID. I think it was like before COVID, so it was like 2019, like, or just before. You know what I mean? And then a couple months later, he messaged me. He was like, "Hey, you want to do 20 minutes?" I didn't even have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Yeah, dude, let's do it." And I did 18.
Oh, wow.
And it was like a packed out show, Odessa, like a room of 250 people. I was like, "Oh crap!" And then the funny story about that is that, so it was in Odessa. So from El Paso to get to Odessa, you could go like, oh no, Midland. I'm sorry. Wait, no, not Midland. What's the other one? The Texas Tech. Lubbock. Yeah. So to get to Lubbock, you have to go through like New Mexico because it's in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
So I went to Hobbs, and my friend who was in soccer in Hobbs, who's a soccer player that played at USW, he lived there. And I told him, "Dude, let's go to a comedy show." And he thought this comedy show was gonna be like a bar with like 20 people. We get there. And dude, I saw his face go, "Yo, you're gonna do this?" I was like, "Yeah, bro."
Shit. Did it even blow your mind? You were like, "Oh, fuck."
Dude, when I walked in, I was like, "Oh my God, there are all these people here."
Was that your biggest show? Like first show doing that many people?
Yeah. That was definitely, at that moment, it was definitely my biggest crowd.
Were you fucking nervous as hell? Yeah.
Bro, I was scared. I was like, maybe my parents are right. I can't do anything.
Damn, bro.
But I overcame it. Went up there, did my set, and he called me after that. So like a couple months after that, he told me, "Let's do a run." We did a run, and so we're in touch like that. Yeah, he's
so
cool.
If he goes on tour, like you'll probably like a lot of times you'll go with him type thing.
Yeah, like whenever he's in the Southwest.
Yeah,
like I've gone to Cali with him a couple times. Well, one time actually.
Yeah. That's badass, bro.
We did like a Oxnard, Brea, Ontario. It was cool.
How's the comedy scene out there? Like when you perform out there, do you enjoy it?
Yeah. It almost feels like you're meant to do it over there.
Really?
Like that's where you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Like that's where all the comedy headquarters are at. And
have you been to the Comedy Store out there?
I passed by it. I haven't gone inside of it.
Yeah.
But I finally felt energy. When I passed there, I was like, "Ooh, this is where it's at.
Yeah,
this is where all the legends are created."
That's fucking dope, bro. How'd you meet Jerry Garcia?
Jerry Garcia? Oh, through Chingo that time.
Chingo?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really just a network, bro. Once you like kind of, that's badass, bro.
Yeah, it's like not really what you do on stage. Well, it does, but like it's who you know too off the stage.
For sure. Have you met Ralph Barbosa?
Yeah, I met him in that year when I won the 2019 El Paso's Funniest. Yeah. There was a Funniest Comic in Texas, a follow-up contest. So I was the one for El Paso. I went to Dallas, to the Addison Improv, to where that's his home club apparently. And when I went with my girlfriend at the time, and when I saw him, he had a Snoopy shirt on, sweater, and I looked at it. I was like, "Oh man, that's a cool sweater." But he gave off like this vibe, like he was the guy, and he always gave that energy, like he was him.
Yeah, Timothy.
And then when he went up, just like crushed it.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my God, like this is what we're supposed to be doing."
Yeah. Damn, bro. And now he's like, he just recently
killer.
Like blew up, right?
Yeah, killer. Yeah, he's been killing it.
Yeah.
Selling out shows everywhere, doing theaters now. From comedy clubs to theaters, dude.
Yeah.
In the span of a year.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
hey,
that was the only time I met him, and then we kept in touch on Instagram, but now I feel like he probably forgot about me.
He's fucking I mean, like that. Once you take off, bro, it's. I'm sure it's a while. Like he's on Joe Rogan too. I was like, holy shit, bro. Like,
and then when I was actually in Dallas with Jerry at the time when he was recording his special, so he had like 3 shows at that theater, and one of the nights, after their first night of that because it was like when you record, you do like 3-4 shows, whatever. And the first one they didn't record. So after that first night, on their first show, I was with Jerry, and then we met up with them, and I said what's up to him. And I was like, "Hey, what's up? Long time no see. Congrats on your Netflix." And it was just short.
Yeah.
Short talk, and then he just kept playing pool.
Yeah.
He was there with his homies.
That's badass, bro.
And then somebody outside, he was like some crackhead dude. He was like, "Hey, are you Ralph Barbosa?" He's like, "Nah, I don't know who that is." And then he just
Yeah.
and then he came up to us. He's like, "Was that Ralph?" I was like, "Yeah, that was him." He's like, "Man, I knew it."
Have you ever do a lot of comics get like fucked up before they go on stage?
Oh, a lot of new comics, yeah. Like they think that they need to get fucked up to go on stage.
Have you ever been like pretty like high or drunk on stage?
Oh yeah.
Does it help or does it like not help?
Like now I feel like I know how to do it, but I slur my words because you know how like I say you need to talk clear.
Yeah.
Dude, I slur my words when I'm drunk, and I think the crowd could hear it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like running over it, and I just feel like not good. But there's times where the crowd feels like party mode. So I get party mode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I want to match their energy and go on. And
is it true like the comic I guess culture, like especially after shows, do you like kind of like party a lot or like get fucked up?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like it's late nights, right? Like pretty late nights.
It kind of comes with it, dude. And it's either like you get distracted when you do it and you get fucked up, or you just go home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But a lot of times it's let's keep drinking. Yeah, but there's times where I just go straight home.
So you said you mentioned a girlfriend, bro, or like that you're no longer with the girl?
Yeah, well, not really. Just keep that in the past, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. How long was that your last relationship?
Yeah.
About how long was that?
Like 5.5 years.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, 5 years.
So she was with you when you first started comedy, basically.
Yeah. She was.
Yeah. What ended up? Why did things didn't work out, or?
Yeah, just not working out.
Yeah.
It's just dumb stuff going on.
No, yeah, I feel you. Are you dating right now, or are you just kind of like focused on your comedy?
Yeah, I'm just focused on the craft right now.
Yeah.
The chicks will come eventually, but
for sure.
But I'm not too stressed on that. I'm in my 20s. I'm trying to figure life out.
Yeah, for sure. How do you feel like? Do you feel like it's harder to date nowadays?
Yeah, cause like I feel like girls now, it's like harder to talk to them. Well, I mean, at least in El Paso. But when I go out of town, dude, like not that it's harder for me out of town. It's almost easier out of town. But in town, it's harder. What's up with these El Paso girls? Why are you guys so hard to talk to?
No, bro. Honestly, like, I kind of feel the same thing. It's like, it just depends. I think it just depends. But I definitely feel like when I'm out of town, I feel a little bit more like it's a little bit just freer in a way. Like it's not this. I don't know. Maybe it's just because everybody knows everybody here. It's like just kind of weird. When you have, because I'm sure you have a lot of friends that come from out of town, especially comics. How do they feel about El Paso? Do people like El Paso?
They fuck with El Paso, and they like the El Paso girls. They're like, oh my god, they're so beautiful here. Yeah, I'm like, try to talk to them.
Nah, for real, bro.
Yeah, and then you go out of town, dude, and then you talk to girls, and they're pretty. And it's so easy to talk to.
They're down to earth, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I'm not even trying to take you home. I'm trying to be your friend. Like, you're so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like just keep partying. You know, like no, like I've had a good experience out of town with girls where they're like just nicer. You know what I mean?
How about at shows? Is there like girls that like try to shoot your shot at like shows and shit? Not really.
I can't even tell, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not at that point yet to where I could figure out what they're trying to do.
Oh yeah.
Because like everyone wants a picture, so when they want a picture, it's like everyone wants a picture.
Yeah. Do you notice that? Do you notice like some like if there's a pretty girl on stage, are you so locked in where you're like?
It's dark up there, dude.
True.
Sometimes like you could catch a glimpse of them,
and you're like,
but then they're with the guy. And then because it's always couples at the comedy shows too, so it's never really single girls. Like when there's a group of single girls, like they're more shy, and then they just they say bye to you, and then they laugh, and then they leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but like at the shows, like man, they don't really. Well, I mean, I can't really tell. You know, I'm kind of like almost oblivious to it sometimes because like I'm just trying to work the merch table, like help out people take their pictures with the headliner.
You're working, bro. Yeah, exactly. So and then you talked about you performing at the Plaza, bro. How was that?
Oh, dude, that one was fun, dude. I got to work with Felipe Esparza on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard of him. He
sounds very familiar. Yeah,
dude, he's funny, man. What's up, fool? That's what he sounds like.
Yeah,
he's a killer, dude. He's so I performed at the Plaza, which is like the biggest stage I've ever done. It's 2,200 people.
Holy shit! I didn't even realize it was that many people, bro.
Dude, sold out. And I had met Felipe in my first year of doing comedy because I was hosting an open mic. I had the equipment, and the guy's equipment that it belonged to was at the Plaza with Felipe, and he told me just drop it off here, and if you want to get off, we'll meet him. And then I got off. I met him, and then he was like, "Next year I'm here. I'm gonna put you up," and then he stuck to his word.
Wow.
And then so the next year when he came to town, one of his openers was like, "Hey, you're still gonna come do that 5 minutes, right?" He didn't forget. I was like, "Yeah,
wow,
dude,
bro, that's amazing." One thing I've I don't know, maybe. I mean, I've had very little interactions, but the time I did go, it was such good vibes, bro. Is that how, like, just at the comedy show, like, just with you, just meeting them, and, like, it was super down to earth? Is that how you feel like a lot of it, like, is?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And then, well, I feel like a lot of the comics are more like, they'll like hit nerves to see what bothers you. And then they use it to mess with you. But then that's just comedy.
Yeah.
They're just like train your brain to make fun of each other. Yeah. So it's always like just back and forth banter.
But if they can make fun of you and you kind of dish it back, then that's how you know, like, that they fuck with you.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's how we talk as comics. You know what I mean? Yeah,
so it's a lot of shit talking.
Yeah, like shit talk, like locker room talking, pretty much like football players.
So if you played sports, you probably would be normal. Like it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal to talk smack in the green room. You know what I mean? So it's like locker room talk, and it's usually because like you had a good experience, right? You said you felt like everyone was like
Julian,
Jerry.
You're cool. Jerry was dope, bro. Yeah, and what was Christian, they were super dope.
Yeah. You're lucky, dude. They're actually like the coolest people I worked with. I've worked with like comics that are just stuck up to, and they don't really like look at people. They're like, oh, who's that? Why are they here? You know what I mean? No, but like it's good that you got Jerry and Christian because they almost feel like family to me. Yeah, I feel like cousins when they come into town. Yeah. So it feels like real normal, real natural.
They're so dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what was that plaza like? Did you know a lot of people there at the show?
No, I didn't know. Well, I probably did know, but I didn't even see them.
Yeah.
Because it was like such a dark, like the lights are on you, it's dark, and then you just hear a big rupture of laughter.
Was that the biggest roar you've like ever heard? Yeah.
After my first punchline, I was like, oh my god, when are they gonna stop laughing?
Yo, bro.
And then I kept going, dude. I ran over my jokes. You know how I told you I just ran over your jokes? Felipe told me after the show, he's like, fool, you should let them keep laughing. They were still laughing at you. I was like, man, it's my first time, but it was cool. I feel like next time I go, I'm definitely gonna know how to like work it. Not work it like, oh my god, to a T, but I already kind of have an idea of what I'm encountering.
What do you think are you still working on like your next biggest show like that, or is there an idea of when?
No, I don't even know, to be honest.
Is it very spontaneous?
Yeah, spontaneous as fuck. Like
like a week out, maybe you'll know.
For that one, it was like the day of.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, the day of. Yeah, because they get like they don't remember you. They'll remember you until they hear the city. Like usually, when people come to El Paso, like they have to know who you are. Yeah. So then they just message you right then and there. So yeah, it's pretty spontaneous.
So they get here and they're just like, all right, who do I remember that can open for me type thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like you said, spontaneous pretty much.
Damn. So when you get that, is it just like, fuck it, ready or not? Like, are you always ready? Like,
now I feel like I'm always ready for what people throw at me. Like one time when Jerry he needed someone in Albuquerque, he literally hit me up the night before. He's like, hey dude, this comic just dropped out. Are you down to come to Albuquerque? We'll pay for your hotel and everything, and we'll pay you, and then we'll drive back to El Paso and do the shows in El Paso, and you'll be on them. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. And this was like recent, like last year.
Wow. So
then I did it, and then I had told him straight up, I was like, dude, honestly, I'm kind of broke right now. And he's like, oh, I'll front you the money.
Wow.
And so he's like, he gave me the money, and then I was able to go to Albuquerque.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. So that's
broke comedian.
That's crazy how that works, bro. I mean, that's insane. The Plaza, bro. Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Maybe been there once.
Yeah.
But definitely not for a comedy show. Oh, actually, oh no, that was at the convention center. I saw Dave Chappelle there actually.
Oh, okay.
So that was fucking dope.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Who's like your favorite? Who's like a comic where like you'd love to work with, that you'd love to open for?
Like ever?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like right now, I would probably say like someone that's not in my circle. I would probably say Bill Burr.
Oh shit, yeah, it's funny ass dude.
Yeah, because
So
he's
fun.
always doing some
Yeah.
kind of arena, some kind of big show.
Yeah. What about someone who's like, it's still pretty ambitious, but they're like right there. Maybe not in your circle, but they're like someone you could probably like.
Oh, like get to?
Yeah.
Like, probably. I would say probably Ralph. Honestly, yeah. But I would like to. I'm gonna speak it into existence, Ralph. Give me a guest spot.
Yeah, for real. We're manifesting that shit.
Manifesting that guest spot. 5 minutes. I swear to God, it won't be 5.
Yeah. Is that like a joke? Like sometimes people go over that shit or what?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do like 7 or 6.
Okay.
And I'm like, come on. But yeah, it's always like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Damn, bro. That's
That's
super interesting, bro. You're like the first comic I ever like. It's cool to get like the whole. Just like all the behind the scenes of everything, bro. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's fun, dude. I never thought I'd be this far into it and meet people that I've seen on TV become my friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a wild thing. And
like people with a lot of followers, I've met them, and that I have fans trying to talk to them at the shows, and they're just like genuine fans. And once they see you come out of the green room, they attack you, and they're like, "Yo, where the hell is this person?" And
yeah.
like, bro, I don't know. They just chill. It kind of annoys me sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they're just people that are excited to see the act.
Have you had someone recognize you like outside?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It happens a lot in town.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in town know who I am.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. I remember I used to get scared when people would do it. I would be almost get anxiety, like, oh my God, they just fuck. They
It's
said hi
wild,
to
bro.
me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I wonder what show they saw me at. So then I started asking them, because like they told me, oh, I saw you, and then I wouldn't say anything because I was like, oh, thank you, and I'll just keep going. But now where did you see me?
That's so wild. I had that. I've had a few experiences like that now where they recognize from the pod.
Oh yeah,
it's trippy, bro. It's
yeah,
like,
right.
What the fuck? Like,
yeah,
it's
They see you and they're like, oh yeah, I recognize you. It's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. It feels a little weird for sure.
Yeah, dude. I still kind of trip out on it sometimes, but I don't know. It just comes with it. People,
Have you done an outdoor show?
Oh yeah.
Is there a difference between like doing an indoor show and outdoor show?
Oh yeah, outdoor shows. Like you could definitely feel the vibe. How it's different. How it's like
is it
more
harder?
open. No, not that it's harder. It's just like the laughs sound more open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because in a comedy club, the ceiling is low, it's dark, the lights on you, they're more intimate. When you're outside, it almost feels like just another big show.
Yeah,
like because usually outdoor shows are big.
Yeah,
outdoor shows aren't like 10 people. Like usually they're 70, 100 people, and it just feels like a normal show, casual show. Yeah. Just more open. Yeah,
that's badass. You have any questions, bro?
Yeah, I know you were saying that comedy's always kind of came natural to you, like being funny but have you ever felt pressured in certain situations to be funny because of who you are and how long you've been doing? Like, for example, coming onto this podcast, like, do you ever feel like, fuck, I gotta get a couple laughs, or I gotta kind of try to be funny while I'm here, or is it just something that like you don't really pay much attention to? You just let it be.
Yeah, I feel like it come like I already anticipate it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like anything. Well, not anything, but like not that I have to be funny, but I know a lot of stories that I have might be funny to other people. But now I don't always feel like the pressure to be funny all the time and always be on it because like I'm my own person and I'm just gonna feel like I'm gonna say whatever I'm gonna say and hopefully people know what I'm trying to say, and I'm not always trying to be funny, dude. Like whenever I'm with a group of people and then I say something and I don't even think it's that funny, but they're like, ha ha, yeah, you're a comedian. You would say that. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm just like saying something a normal person would say, dude.
I can't just like make it like just fucking fuck around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're always like listening. I feel like people are more engaged to hear what I have to say. And I'm like, dude, don't think I'm just always on, bro. Yeah, like it'll happen. Like, of course, like it happens. Like where but I don't feel like, oh my god, I have to be funny on this pod right now, or else we're not gonna get any views.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Nah, it's just casual talk, conversation. And the first time I met you, it was like easy to conversate with you. So I feel like doing a pod would be normal.
Yeah,
with you.
I just the more that I do it, I feel like it's a little even though I feel like naturally I'm introverted, bro. And I can be a little quiet, but now it's like I just feel it like it's a little bit easier to, especially doing it so much. Like episode 30, like that's, let's just say if we do the math, I mean it's not that much, but I mean when you get some hours under your belt, like conversating, bro.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. You're getting your reps in 30, and you're consistent. Yeah,
I'm trying, bro. I mean, for sure, the last 3 or 4 months have been as consistent as I have been, for sure.
Yeah, consistency
in anything,
is
really.
key.
Yeah,
for sure, to anything.
So yeah, bro, I'm just trying to do it.
Have you always been disciplined in your life?
Honestly, bro, I could say that's probably one of the characteristics that if my family were to say anything about me, it's that I'm very disciplined.
Yeah.
Sometimes almost a little too much.
Oh yeah.
Where it can kind of like be like, sometimes I just put certain things over other things. Yeah. You know, and they're just like, bro, like stop, like you're being way too hard on yourself type shit. Yeah. But that's one thing for sure. Yeah, I can definitely say like that
builds character.
Yeah, I definitely think so, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have any questions for me, bro?
Dude, did you ever you played sports, right, in high school?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Oh, okay. Because on camera you don't look tall.
No?
And then in person I see you and you're like this humongous guy, and I'm like, bro, you had to have played something.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I think you said that. It's like, bro, I didn't think you were so tall.
Yeah,
I get that a lot for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you again,
like 6'4". Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Ladies. 6'4".
Yeah. I mean, with these shoes are probably like 6'5", bro.
Yeah.
Let's say.
I'm 6'1", bro.
There's no way, bro. You have to be like at least 6'2".
Yeah,
I think so.
Well, 6'1" for sure.
I'll say 6'2", bro. You can go
6'2".
Yeah.
It's because my brother's 6'2", and he's 6'2". So I'm like 6'1". I always feel.
He's like 6'2", 3/4".
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit, 6'2" in El Paso is fucking solid, bro.
Yeah. He's pretty tall,
especially for a Mexican, bro, Mexicano. For sure. Yeah. That's a plus, bro.
Yeah, and dude, because when I saw your camera work, dude, I saw you did something for Demetrius.
Yeah. You know Demetrius?
Yeah. So obviously you had already done a lot of stuff. Like I saw your vlogs, and that's how deep I went to your reels. I saw your vlogs from out of town. So like, well, so did you always want to do vlogs or what?
I think I started doing the vlogs. Well, I started like editing videos during COVID. I think you probably knew around the time, like, oh yeah, because I had showed you that cruise video was like the first thing I ever edited, bro.
That's where it started.
Yeah, I just had edited like a fucking like a trip we took. We had a bunch of footage. My brother taught me like all of like basically everything I know, bro, especially about Final Cut. It just felt natural. Like it felt like something I could like how you say like after a show, like it's hard for you kind of like sleep sometimes because you're just kind of like thinking. That's how I felt, bro, when I was editing. I was like, bro, I was just thinking about how I could finish like this video and like what I can do to it and just things like that. So I started just with my phone, bro. I started just making little vlogs about. It started off with mental health, because that's something I was trying to be like inspirational and shit. Yeah. So I started with that, and then once I went back to school, because it was during COVID, so once things kind of opened up a little bit, I started doing vlogs, like just about Arizona State and just my life out there. And then I graduated, and then I really wanted to to travel, bro. So that's when I started doing, like, I went to Thailand and shit.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. That's cool, dude. Like, I always love seeing other people's point of view. That's kind of why I do the things that I do too.
Yeah,
because so, like, people could see my point of view, and it's cool that you just naturally did that.
Yeah,
like,
it was fucking scary, bro.
Yeah,
it was tough, bro.
Yeah, it's not easy. You know?
Yeah,
but I feel like you've always had an eye though for like you have an aesthetic going on.
I try, honestly. I try, bro. I mean, and like I said, it feels a little natural, and then but I feel like, to answer your question, like, about like just the videos you saw, it really just started where like people would see, like, just ask me if I was doing like if I did, like, if I could make a video for them. Yeah. And so some of my first work was with Eternal.
Yeah, I saw that.
How'd you meet Demetrius?
Instagram. Probably, yeah. Because I hit him up for some shoes. Oh, okay, I forgot which ones they were, but yeah. And then I saw a video you did, and then I was like, oh man, this is clean right here. And then I just needed someone to record me, and then that's when I hit you up.
And then I was supposed to do another one, bro, but I think it had fell through. But that was at Elton's, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I asked you to record a show. I forgot which show.
Whose show was that? I feel like it was a pretty big name too.
I think it was Renee at the Lowbrow.
Renee.
What's
his last name?
Ravaka? No,
I don't think so, bro. No? Yeah, because honestly, I stopped for a while. Like, honestly, I don't do too much right now. Yeah. I'm starting to get more into it again. Let me see.
How long do you have once the battery starts flashing?
Oh, Ken Flores.
Well, Oh yeah, that was at Elton's. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was at Elton's.
Is it flashing right now? Oh, okay. I'll just change it really quick, and then if you were to give yourself, like, manifesting a timeline, when do you see yourself, like, when could you see, like, yourself headlining, bro?
Man, hopefully before year 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. I really want to move to LA to start off
in, like, the next year or so.
Yeah, I'm gonna save up as much as I can. Hopefully and then go over there, because I've been telling myself I'm gonna move out. But I think this time I'm for real now. Like, I've already come to terms with it, and I'm determined to do it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I think that'll be good for a lot of things, but like, especially your career. Yeah. So just like to finish it off, if there's advice you'd give to someone who was in your position, like when you were like just getting out of high school, and like you knew you wanted to do stand up, but you were kind of like, I mean, essentially you just got thrown in the, like, you just threw yourself in the mix. Yeah. But if there's someone like just kind of hesitant about doing so, whether it's stand up or even just starting something, what's just something you tell them, some advice you'd give them?
I would say just do it. Do it without any fear. Do it without any regret, and like, don't stop. Be just like always be consistent at what you do, and take it serious, and understand like you're not always gonna fulfill everyone's like needs. You're gonna be doing stuff that you want to do, and I feel like that's important, because like, you have one life, and the only person stopping you from doing what you want to do is yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, even if it's like your family members telling you not to do it, and you think it's dumb, and you want to do it, just do it, and don't quit. It's not gonna be easy. Like, when I first started doing comedy, I didn't think I was gonna like be this far into it already, and like, I feel like I've done pretty much a lot already. So yeah, like, don't, like, just do it. You know what I mean? Like Nike, just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for
sure, dude. I feel like in life, you're gonna be hard on yourself always, but just who cares what other people think. Like tonight, I'm gonna try some new jokes, and who knows if they're gonna laugh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's exciting, bro. Yeah. Well, bro, it was dope having you on, bro. I know we talked about it for a while, so I'm glad we were able to do this. And
episode 30,
bro. Episode 30, bro. That's crazy. That's insane.
That's good, dude. Congrats on 30. Yeah, you're consistently doing it, dude. Hell yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I love your setup here too, man. It's cool. You got some science going on in the back, or what?
Bro. But yeah, so where can people see you next perform? I mean, obviously you do open mics, but like your next show, where can people like just hear your set?
Follow me on Instagram, Julian Comedy. I'm always posting on there. TikTok, Julian Comedia, and next shows I'm in town. Usually it happens like within the month. I'm planning a South Texas run in May though. South Texas run in May, so I'm gonna be hitting up Laredo, South Padre Island, and probably San Antonio.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, three shows.
What about here in El Paso? Are you always at the comic strip?
Yeah, comic strip at the comic strip usually there. Yeah, I'll be doing shows over there at the comic strip too as well, and anywhere in town in El Paso. And if you're not in El Paso and you're in like Phoenix or something, hopefully I go to your city.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love Phoenix. It's cool.
Phoenix is dope, bro. Have you? I went to school in Tempe, and there's like the Tempe Improv right there. I never went, but I heard it's pretty dope there.
I haven't done that one. The one I did was the one down. Well, no, not downtown. What's it called? Stand-Up Live.
Oh, okay.
It's downtown Phoenix. Yeah.
That's badass, bro. Well, yeah, just follow my boy. Definitely. I mean, I've seen him perform, bro, and he's a funny ass dude, bro. And just super cool, bro. I'm glad we were able to do this. And yeah, man, that's episode 30. Shout out to my boy Brett. And yeah, that's the most vulnerable player, man. See us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Until next time. Peace out.
Later.
Yes, sir.